Did you know that ChatGPT could actually be your personal work coach? Have you ever paid money for like work or life coaches or read a lot of stuff or watched videos? You can actually have GPT, help you and answer specific questions and give you advice along the way by setting it up to be your own personal work coach. So let's take a look at that. So the key to this, especially with anything, is the prompt, of course. And this is where, if you want to set up to be your work coach, you need a longer prompt, a more detailed prompt. So I'm going to copy and paste in something that I've already pre-written so you don't have to see me fumble through this long thing here. But I'm basically asking it to, I'll say please, because I'm a nice guy, please. Please act as a work coach who's trying to help me. And this is made up, right? So I'm making up a thing that's a common thing for people. Please act as a work coach who is trying to help me with my shyness and not speaking up enough in meetings. See, so I'm getting specific. Shyness, speaking up enough in meetings. The more specific, the better. Ask me one question at a time based on my responses. So ChatGPT and me are going to have a give and take, just like you might have with a work coach, where they ask you questions, you give you answers, and they give you advice. Pretend we are having a Zoom call, or you could say a meeting, together. I start by saying hi, right? So I got the conversation started just simply by saying hi. So let's see how this goes, and I want you to think about how you could take this. I'm using this example, shyness and not speaking up enough in meetings. I think it might be holding my career back, a person's career. I'm going to pretend to be this person. But think about how you could use this in your own thing you might need coaching on. So I'm just going to hit the little thing here to get it started, or you could just hit enter. And it's going to say, hello, it's nice to meet you. How can I help you with your shyness and not speak up enough in meetings? And then you can just answer to it like, I feel it is holding me back from succeeding at work. All right? So I'm going to say that. How can I help you? Well, I think it's holding me back from succeeding at work. So now it's trying to get, it's pulling stuff out of me, right? I see. What is it that's there? Are there any particular situations that make you feel uncomfortable? I am uncomfortable. I am most uncomfortable when my boss or my manager, let's say my manager, is in the meeting. She can be intimidating. Okay. Again, this is now you're going to have this byplay here. So maybe it's every meeting, and maybe it's when the boss is in the meeting, right? So now ChatGPT is going to handle that. I can understand, can we talk to someone in a position of authority is present? Have you considered what it is about your presence that makes you feel intimidated? Something she does or says or whatever. So let's see here. So what makes you feel intimidated? Why would the manager make me feel intimidated? I'm going to say she tends to stare at me, and that makes me nervous. All right, so again, this is normal stuff, anxiety or whatever. Have you tried things that may help you manage your nervousness? For example, so now we're going to start talking about techniques. Deep breaths or practice what you want to say beforehand. Like, I'm going to say, no, tell me more about practicing, right? I know about taking deep breaths. Maybe I'm already taking too many deep breaths, right? And now I want ChatGPT to help coach me through this a little bit more, right? I know how to go, deep breath. Okay, I can do that. Tell me what you mean about this whole practicing beforehand, practicing what you want to say beforehand. So then it goes into that, and helpful way to build your confidence and reduce your nerve. Before then, take some time to think about the points you want to make. You could also try rehearsing with yourself with a trusted colleague or friend, or maybe ChatGPT, and this can help you be more comfortable with what you want to say and make it easier for you to speak up during the meeting. So I could say, and then you could just go from there, right? I'll say, I will give it a try, right? And I would think, oh, okay, well, this wraps it up, right? So then it just tells you it's a great way to remember and all that. But you can always come back to that chat and keep that conversation going. Remember, it's going to store your chat there. Anything else that helps you for your shyness? No, I am good, So I could come back to this and pick this up. So after I do this, I could come back then and say, like, that I was able to do this. So I'll see what it says here. You got this. You could do this, right? And let's say I come back later. Let's say I go to a different chat. I'm going to ask for a raise. Okay, now Oh, there it is. China's for help in meetings. So I came back to that chat. So I left it. I looked at asking for a raise, and then put that at top. I just have to scroll up. See my little bar here. I couldn't see it there first, but I have to scroll up to find it again. And then I could say, like, I tried what you said with practicing, and that went great until they asked me questions. What can I do about that? Well, it should say prepare your questions, right? Let's see what ChatGPT says, but you can practice before and then also make a bullet point, a list of different questions. I know that from my experience as a manager for a long time and helping people. So it talks about take a moment to gather your thoughts before responding. Try repeating the question. Make sure you understand. That's important. Deep breaths. A lot of deep breaths here. Gather your thoughts before answering. It's okay to say you need a moment to think about it. So this is stuff I've given advice as a manager to other managers I've managed or on my long career before I retired early. And I do online courses and all that more for fun, and also for a little bit of money too. Let's be honest, a little bit of money too is nice. And this gives you a nice response there. But you can see I could have paid a very expensive work coach to do all this for me. And right now I'm doing it quickly right before a meeting maybe, or right before when I'm feeling down or whatever. I could just go in here, and the key is to say, please act as a work coach. So that's more of a work coach and life coach. And then get more specific. Help me with shyness, not speaking enough of in meetings. In fact, I went through some extra steps here that maybe could have been avoided if I would have been even more specific right off the bat. But I wanted to kind of show you more of the back and forth conversation was my goal for the lesson. But I want you to feel comfortable that you can just jump right in and get right to, not speaking meetings and talk about the boss right here and all this stuff, and I can take deep breaths or whatever. All right? And then start by saying hi, right? You can start that nice little conversation, a little trick there too as well. All right, so that's how ChatGPT can be your own personal, for free work coach.